Have you ever been a fruit before?
No, but having been in the musical theater for 30 years, I've had my share of offers. It was a delight meeting all of you.
Oh, Mr. Vaughn, don't forget, casting is tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
I'm looking forward to it. I trust that all of you will be reading for the part of my leading lady.
I have always been here for this family, and how dare you say otherwise?
Everything you do is for Blanche. To tell you the truth, I am surprised that you even made it to the funeral at all.
Maybe you would have been happier if I hadn't.
Maybe not happier, but at least this family would be able to grieve for Big Daddy without wondering what is in it for Blanche.
It's me, Stanley.
Oh, Stanley, my pride and joy, sunshine of my life.
Hello, Mother's Born Act.
Yeah, right.
Here, Mama, this is for you. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you, Stanley.
And now, if you'll excuse me, there's an electric weed whacker at St. Dominic's with my name on it.
Now, Rose, listen, when we go out there for dinner, you be sure and sit on the far side of the table, and I'll sit next to you.
Why?
Just in case somebody wants to play a little footsie.
Gee, that sounds like fun. I haven't played.
I loathed Mama Devereaux, and the feeling was entirely mutual. Till the day George died, she always introduced me as his first wife. I just hope the old witch went slowly.
I sense the period of mourning is over.
Hey, what's this? I thought I canceled the flowers. I mean, it looks nice.
Sophia, you've got to stop this. Now, you're hurting Dorothy. Don't you love her?
Of course I love her.
Well, then why are you doing this?
Because
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah. Can be awkward.
I thought I could do it. I really did, and then I couldn't. You see, it would have been the first time since my husband died.
Or up with one of my discards, Henry Barnes. He's reasonably good looking. He drives a new Buick Riviera, and I heard he just opened a third dry cleaning store in Boca Raton.
Blanche, where are you going?
I'm gonna go call Henry. I have nothing to do tonight.
What about Rose?
Oh, tell her to call Bud Needham.
Who is Bud Needham?
He just took Henry's place in my discard pile. Go back.
No, it isn't. It's me.
You're pulling my leg. He picked you over me.
Listen, I hate it.
Here, I've got to get to Miles.
Boy, it must be pouring.
Darling, I do feel something for you. I think maybe I always have.
I knew it.
But I don't believe it's love. Not the way you mean it. The only thing we've talked about tonight and ever since I got here is George. Now, I love...
I'm going to rub out Melvin's little friend, Mookie the sailor.
You wouldn't try me. Oh, no, please, Blanche, I'll do anything you say.
Thought you'd see it my way.
Oh, Papa's Christmas. That is unique.
Of course, that was before he met Blanche. Pretty, affectionate, fun-loving Blanche. Say, where is old Happy Pants?
She and Ma went to the Philharmonic.
I thought you were going to that.
Why bother? It's not like I...
Girls, but all they had left were petites.
So what did you buy? Shoes?
I'm a petite. I better get over there. I need a black dress for Dr. Silvano's funeral.
Dr. Silvano died 2 months ago. You went to his funeral.
Right, I can't. There's some things about Salvador I still have trouble talking about. Of course, other things I'm not allowed to talk about unless I want the Scarpoli family to put out a contract on me. Hey, I made up that last part, trying to lighten the moment. Okay, Dorothy, I'm going for a walk. If I don't come back, it's up to you to take care of Sonny Venuccio. His address is on the table.
Ma, that's it. Now I want you to look at me and tell me this vendetta business is all a joke.
This vendetta business is all a joke.
Actually, I spoke with the demolitions guy. BH stands for blast here.
Okay, boys, upstairs we go.
Wait a minute, what the hell do you think you're doing? Look, I'm a patient man, but your friend is trespassing, and I'm having her hauled out of here.
Let's go, boys.
You hold it.
Hey, Big Daddy promised that watch to me. In writing. It was in the will.
Is this the same will where he promised the summer house to Gopher from Love Boat?
No, this is the sober will.
All right, you can have the watch. It's in my room.
Oh, not now, I'm late. Just water back in.
Maybe they were clawed to death by bloodthirsty animals. Unfortunately, water isn't all that can be around that rock formation.
You're kidding.
A pioneer scout always tells the truth. So I'm going to be even more honest. Our big worry is nobody knows we're missing.
Shut up and play ball, you yuts. False alarm. Never mind. Let's all go to bed. Come on, Angelo. You can sleep in my room.
Oh, yeah, well, want a bit crowded?
Please, in Sicily, we slept 4 in a bed.
Yeah, but there's 6 of us.
I meant just you and me.
Oh, fancy to talk to.
Gotta go.
Rose, honey, come over here and sit down a minute. Now, Dorothy and I have both been noticing how down you've been lately, and we're very concerned.
Oh, it's my work at the hospital. I know, I'm the one who volunteered. But it's not easy.
Pop, game over. I'm going to Disneyland.
How come she gets to go to Disneyland?
Rose, Dorothy needs a hearing aid, but she won't get one because she's afraid she'll feel old.
I don't get it.
Her head. For the rest of her days, she kept trying to get that cow in the little basket on the front of her bicycle.
Can you believe it? The machines are all empty.
Oh, that's terrible. Would you like a Clark bar?
Sure.
I woke up, there she was in my arms, just as goofy and hungover as I was. I vowed then and there to have 20 more.
Well, what stopped you?
The drugs wore off.
Remember how Stan was working late when I went into labor with Kate, so I called you, Ma?
Yeah.
Symptoms, depression, fatigue, symptoms very much like the ones you described.
Look, Dr. Stevens, I don't think you understand, so I'm going to tell you again. I am at a point now where I am so exhausted that sometimes I cannot speak. Literally, cannot speak. There are days when I can't get out of bed.
I think my girlfriend's about to blab.
Thank you, Evelyn and Margaret, for that gripping and realistic reenactment of the defeat of General Burnside's troops at Fredericksburg.
$10,000? I can't afford that, not even if I use up all my hot tub money.
Well, I guess you'll just have to lose a renter. Hey, you got 48 hours.
Hey, Don, wait. All right, I'm going to catch him, but you're going to sleep with him.
It does not belong in a song.
Miami, you're cuter than an interuterine.
Here, Rose, don't know about. In Sicily, 4 in a bed is a treat. It means half your family is on vacation. I slept with my 2 brothers until I was 17. I was engaged to one for a very short period of time. But that's a separate story.
Why should I be standing in line, just waiting for bread? Once I
A special bond. I can't imagine life without her telling me what a yutz I am, what a lousy husband I was, how my toupee looks like a monkey's behind. God, I love that woman.
I do too. Oh, what are we going to do if she doesn't make it?
She's going to be fine.
I didn't murder him.
Of course you didn't murder him, honey. He probably had a heart attack. Now look, his family has to be notified. Now, did he ever speak of any family?
He has a sister he lives with.
Yeah, what's her name?
His name was Al Beatty. Her name's Beatty, too. She never married. Handed by my beauty. Blanche!
Oh, my God. Want a glass of water to wash down your foot?
Blanche, was there something you didn't realize the other night?
Oh, you mean about you being blind?
Oh, hi, Ma. Anybody want a lasagna? I thought you made that for your gentleman friend.
He didn't want it. He said he had lunch already, so I offered to go over to his place tonight and warm it up for supper. He said no.
Sophia, honey, the key is to make a man think you're not interested.
Who can't even afford her own place to live? Beam me up!
Beam me up, Dorothy, you believe?
Rose, they checked out what we saw, and it actually was a UFO.
Dorothy, where's...
I just found out that Mammy Watkins and Big Daddy had an affair. They were lovers. For over 50 years.
We can't even get anybody to do our windows.
Honey, are you sure?
Yes, Mammy.
Starting Tuesday, and Blanche is busy with her granddaughter, and Rose is... Well, I think a nurse is the way to go.
I don't need a nurse. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Oh, really? Then why have you been running me ragged doing things for you?
Honestly, it tickles me.
Look, Ma, I'm hiring. I mean, it's almost too much for the four of us.
This just makes me so mad. I mean, people like this really need help. Then there are places like Sunny Pastures.
Well, there weren't any sunny pastures in the South, at least not when I was growing up. I remember this one old man, his name was Ben. All he did all day long was...
Oh, never say that, Rose.
But you're a teacher. You think for a living.
Well, don't be so impressed. I have summers off.
How you can stand listening to me and all my ridiculous stories.
Your stories are very...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so darn angry. My name's Blanche.
John Quinn.
Howdy do.
I don't know about you, but I sure feel too old to be stood up.
Well, you're not the only one. This is the 4th time that man is canceled. He just found somebody better, that's all.
Oh, Blanche.
Yes, he did. Somebody younger and prettier.
Blanche, it can't be.
Well, man, just like her.
You have one at home, too?
One at home? What am I, a cocker spaniel? Why don't you just give me an old sock to chew on? You know, I'm glad you showed up. There's something important we didn't discuss this afternoon, and I'd like to get that cleared up before we talk about anything else.
What is it?
The romantic mood. I'm going to let that golden opportunity pass right by.
Hello.
Dorothy, I got her costume for the masquerade ball at the counseling center.
Oh, no, is it time for that again?
Oh, it's the biggest social event of the season. Dorothy, it'll be fun.
It will not be fun. Ooh, there is no fun in my life. Oh. Have you ever...
Which, of course, as I'm sure you're both aware, means...
Is there any more of that ZT?
Nope, clean me out. There's not a drop of food left.
Oh, then what do you say we call it a night, huh?
Well, wait a minute. We haven't decided.
Why? Don't you think I knew what your brother Phil was doing in the bathroom when he said he was oiling his baseball glove? He was working on his simplicity patterns.
Well, good night. Sleep tight. See you.
I'm here asking about George.
Oh, because he's been in love from afar, and that was just his way of approaching. But he lost his nerve at the door.
Look, if you are right, I think you're taking this too lightly. Sure, he may be infatuated with you, but he also might be some kind of nut.
Oh, I tell you, the boy's in love. Roll.
Charlie,
What is the farmer's daughter?
you are right.
That was a different kind of movie. Which brings us to Babes for 100.
Babes it is. The answer, Old Yeller, The China Syndrome, Truth or Dare. Charlie.
What are...
To the ball, and I'll throw you down there. This is embarrassing. Now get back out there.
Every couple of weeks, you bring a little class to Bushman's place.
Why, Mel Bushman, are you saying you love me?
Yeah. I love you. I love you the way we are now. But, sweetheart, you start with relationships and love, and I gotta put on a tie twice a week to eat food I can't even see.
Well, that about concludes the first meeting of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love Fan Club. But before we adjourn, our secretary has a real special surprise. A genuine Elvis artifact.
You're mad because you didn't get the part.
Well, you're darned right. Was Phyllis really better than me?
Much better.
Oh,
But you are a far more attractive woman.
I know. What's your point?
Well, Blanche, I've never done anything like this before. I mean, I hardly know you, but would you consider having dinner with me tonight?
Oh, yes.
I am being audited.
It's aggravating, yes, but you don't have anything to be worried about. Do you?
Well, of course not, but you know how nitpicky they can be. You forget to dot one little I, or you don't declare the tiniest little thing, and they can blow it all out of them.
And acted out with sock puppets.
Okay, you were saying?
In the first panel, it says Sonia Klingenhofer in big letters, and the O has pigtails.
What's in the second panel, Rose?
Sonia's walking down this country road, and there's...
What do you mean you're not calling the police? The man just told you we robbed a bank.
He also told me he had a very good reason. He did it for love.
Gee, the most any man...
Cried because her little girl was all grown up. And she remarked that that night would always be the most memorable and important night that the two of us ever shared. Do you remember, Ma?
Vaguely.
But John never showed up. I've never forgotten it.
To relax and get comfortable. Okay, now where should I begin? Let's see, I think the one thing you need to know is that I'm the one around here with the level head, the real voice of reason. I haven't been this scared since 1952, when St. Olaf's most active volcano threatened to erupt. Opposite side of the street parking. Nobody could understand the concept. I mean, it doesn't matter which side of the street you park on, there's always an opposite side.
What an injustice. Hemingway ran out of stories to tell and shot himself.
Talking about
Blanche's date.
he turned me down again. I'm just devastated.
Oh, come on now, Blanche. You said yourself you didn't find him that attractive anymore.
That's not the point, Dorothy. The point is to Blanche Devereaux, sexuality and attractiveness are two very important things. They are Blanche Devereaux. Our icebreaker, I can teach you right now. Oh, once you learn this, any man is putty in your hands.
Oh, Blanche, come on, that is ridiculous. I mean, I'm certainly not going to waste my time listening to this adolescent nonsense. Did you say putty?
Sit back. Now just play like we're at the movies.
Her mother was a slut, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we all join his son, his daughter, and his new bride, Candy, in wishing many returns of the day to our friend and patron for 40...
I know. She never could help Mama because she had heart flutters, and she never could take gym class, no, because she had a tip uterus, and she never did any housework because she had a spastic colon. Now, she has attached kidneys.
That girl is some kind of mutant. What are you wearing, Blanche? Oh, I'll probably just grab some dazzling little number from my closet that these people have not been privileged to see. Maybe the red sequin strapless, backless, low-cut mini.
Why don't you just tie a scarf around your waist?
Directions on it?
Oh, honey, we've made these Sundays hundreds of times. We don't need directions.
No, I mean directions for the wedding. I promised to get the cake there by 8 o'clock.
Do you believe her? She doesn't stop for a minute.
I don't agree with it, but I do understand the thinking behind it. My granddaddy was the same way. He always said, idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Hi. I've come to pick up my brother. Well, if it isn't Mrs. Caligula. Come on in and pull up a whip.
You two have a lot of explaining to do.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I told them we're married.
Running for class president in the 3rd grade.
Why, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, his campaign slogan was, vote for me and I'll show you my wee-wee. He won by a landslide.
Life is a sports page.
Listen, tell me I can't do better than this in my sleep. He grabbed her. She could feel his fingers pressing into her moist flesh. Her heart was pounding, her loins on fire. As he spun her around, her dress ripping open. You know how many...
Yeah, head start.
Oh, this is a birthing center? Well, where's the obstetrician? Where's the equipment?
Yeah, she'd be better off having the baby in your bedroom. At least you've got stirrups.
And I wish you'd all just stop acting like you know what I'm going through, because you don't. You don't have any idea.
Well, Rose, I might not have any idea what it's like to feel the kind of dependency you do, but there was a time in my life when I tried quitting something.
Blanche, you don't mean...
Sex, Dorothy. I tried quitting.
You can't watch.
Well, I was thinking maybe someplace like Williamsburg, Virginia. Or maybe Washington, D.C.
You're moving, Rose? Too bad. This would be touching if I liked you more.
I'm not moving, Sophie. Crackers.
Cheese and crackers, Rose. Not eggs gefluffy? Ham and Gunterhagens? Pigs and a Svenkabluten?
No, but you sure know how to make a...
Say that there were two things a lady could never have enough of. Lace handkerchiefs and gentleman collars. Maybe next Mother's Day I'll bring you a gentleman collar. You want to go in the dining room, have some tea? Not right now, darling.
Knock it off. It's water, not oil.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hey, how did the election go?
Don't ask.
It was a disaster. We both lost by a landslide. You're kidding. Who won?
Fifi Bogle. Can you believe that?
I think it's just because her husband's a
You call that wrestling, you pansy? If you can't take a crotch slam like a man, get out of the business.
This is great, just great. You and me watching television together. Hey, you know, there's a great basketball game on 7.
I said it was all right. Thanks a lot for leaving me back in the parking lot. It's not like any unsavory, swarthy characters hang around the docks by night.
Oh, Ma, there's nobody here like that.
I know, but I gave it a minute. I thought I'd be able to line something up for you for Saturday.
Okay, Rose, what is it?
It's about Jean.
What about Jean?
Well, I don't want to shock you, Dorothy, but Jean...
I know. Jean is gay.
You know already? Well, what about Blanche?
Now, Blanche is not gay.
I don't mean that. I mean, she knows.
Okay. All we've done is fight for the last 3 weeks. What do you say we call a truce?
Okay, a truce.
Oh, hi. Hi, Tony.
You know him?
Know him? He's my boyfriend.
That's my new roommate. I just didn't want to face you after all those things I said.
Honey, I understand.
Well-
I understand why you were so upset.
I'm not really sure you do, Dorothy. You see, I threw myself at Ted, and he just...
Best thing a person can do.
That didn't sound right when you said it on our honeymoon, and it doesn't sound right now.
And there goes a ground ball right up the middle. Shortstop should have had that one.
Nice.
Ives, you got yourself mixed up with a real hustler. Sorry.
Well, you won't be needing me today.
Blanche, do you want to read the note? Do you want me to read it to you? He can belch out the chorus to Sweet Georgia Brown on one Dr. Pepper.
Well, I'm going to go talk to Swin. I'll just let him down gently.
In the old country, when a woman dumps a man, the man...
Oh, no, that one.
I wasn't worried. My dentures slipped.
Ma, Uncle Angelo's plane lands at 4 o'clock. You have plenty of time to make a fresh batch before then.
Good, because these aren't fit for human consumption.
Top of the morning, sunshines.
Hey, Rose, try one of these.
Got a ladder, and we climbed up to the window, and we peeked in, and to our relief, there was Ingmar lying on the... Oh, wait a minute, he was dead.
My God, Dorothy, what if she's right? What if something's happened to Mel?
Good going, Rose.
Something went bad. The refrigerator broke down. We've all had car trouble. You haven't slept a wink. And now Blanche's boyfriend's dubbed her for a porker. Marguerite said we were making a big mistake when we filed her, and she was right.
Look, I am not... It was kismet. Suddenly, we were spiritually connected soulmates.
And then you threw your underwear at me, didn't you, love?
So sue me. I just got caught up in the moment. Oh, I'd love to, Barbara. Thank you.
Anything for a friend. Ciao.
Ciao.
And goodbye to you too, Barbara.
Dorothy, the masquerade ball is Friday night. You know how much it means to me. I'm counting on you to be the real end of my horse.
Rose.
If he puts you three on the stand, up the river.
Ma, what are you doing up?
I can't sleep. I keep trying to think back on that night at Shady Pines.
And
we're out of toilet paper. It feels like, but I sure as hell remember what it looks like.
Grandma, listen.
You listen. How dare you come into our home and act like a common gigolo? You've embarrassed me, your mother, our friends. Not to mention that poor, stupid, flat-chested girl.
an awful lot of teeth and polyester.
Sophia, when are we going to be on?
We tape tomorrow afternoon in Hollywood.
You're kidding, Hollywood, California?
No, Rose, Hollywood on the planet Romulac.
Wait a minute, Ma, wait a minute. What do you mean tomorrow?
That's what it says on these tickets.
Honey, they have to give us more time.
No, I can still manage the alimony payments.
No, that was not my question. I was wondering if possibly we could discuss this maybe tomorrow. You see, I have plans to go out this
Dorothy,
evening.
please. I'm afraid to be alone tonight. My world is crumbling around me. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what I might do.
Oh, I do. You'll watch an old Barnaby Jones, eat a half-gallon lunch. I want to apologize.
Okay.
I apologize.
That's it?
I can't think of anything else to say. I behaved terribly.
I know.
No, you don't. Oh, I went to Stan's hotel room tonight because I thought you were there.
Well, I wasn't.
I know. He's the guy who stood me up for my senior prom.
Oh, Dorothy, I had no idea you were stood up for your prom. Oh, that's awful. I figured you didn't go, but to be stood up.
No, John Noretti was...
Variety of men in our lives. Well, thanks again for the ride home, Dirk. I'll see you at Tuesday's jazzercise class.
I'll see you then.
Okay.
Unless I see you before then. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, maybe we could go out.
My Dirk, did I just hear you ask me for a date?
Are you deaf? I heard him from here.
So, Blanche?
Help Blanche with the hors d'oeuvres.
What time's the birthday girl getting here?
I told Roberta to be here at 2 o'clock.
You think she suspects anything?
Please, the woman is 88. She still tries to find gun smoke on Sunday nights.
Dorothy, why don't you get the cake and we'll take all these things into the living room?
Good idea.
No, I want to do cartwheels for 6 miles. Get your keys, let's roll.
Here are Mrs. Nyland's things.
Oh, darling, put them right here. Thank you.
I can't believe she's giving away this teddy bear. I wish I could afford to buy him at the sale.
You like him?
I think he's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Well, then I'm going to give...
You know something, Dorothy? You don't have to tell me this if you don't want to. But underneath it all, you believe in them, don't you? You did from the very beginning. Oh, I'm glad.
Howdy.
Sold! For $4.
Well, it's degrading if you don't hit double figures.
I really appreciate your bidding on Dorothy. It's for a good cause. You'll be rewarded. Not in this lifetime.
Oh, morning, Ma. How'd you sleep?
Pretty good. I dreamed I was making love to Jay Leno.
That's a strange dream for you to have.
Not really. It was Monday night and he was filling in for
Shy about meeting someone through the personals. Oh, he and I have so much in common. We both love all dairy foods, and we both requested to stand next to Burt Parks in Hands Across America. I think he sounds very nice.
Are you going to go out with him?
Oh, I could never go out with him. That was just an experiment.
And I hope I'm good at it. I don't have that much experience with women.
A big, strong, handsome thing like you, get out of here.
Well, it was nice meeting all of you.
That was an expression, Sven!
You know, I never thought I'd say when I had a severe attack of writer's block. My head was devoid of all ideas and thoughts. That happens to me a lot. Do you write?
No.
Why do you ask?
Go with me off this plane. What was that?
Oh, that was them shutting the door.
They shut the door?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Candy. I'll be your flight hostess. Please review the information cards in your...
Just make yourself comfortable.
Oh, no, I couldn't. I'm never comfortable. You wouldn't know it because I'm not lifting my arms, but I've nearly sweated through this suit.
I guess Rose forgot to mention the reception tonight's black tie.
I have it in my pocket.
But it does make it a lot more complicated. So, Frank, you cannot go through with this.
Dorothy.
No. It's a mistake that we would both regret for the rest of our lives. No matter how strongly you feel, Frank, I cannot let you leave the priesthood for me.
What?
Look, there's a tar salesman.
Oh, my God, it's a tar salesman!
Hello and welcome. welcome. I hope you're all enjoying yourself, but it's now the moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh, I'm tired of being Cindy Peoples. Her life is almost as boring as mine.
Now let's go home, Dorothy.
Okay, Blanche.
And now...
A bottle of Chanel number 5.
Perfume or cologne?
Cologne.
Forget it.
I'll introduce you to all of Jeffrey's naval officer friends. Some of them have been at sea for more than 6 months.
Just make yourself comfortable.
Rose, what are you doing? I heard the creative process is a lot like giving birth, so I'm doing my Lamaze breathing.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought I wasn't the only one with the Invisible Man fantasy. I wanted to be Miss Olivia de Havilland myself.
Blanche, are you listening to this?
Bits and pieces.
Go on.
Butter Queen was our town's highest honor. From the time I was born, my folks groomed me for it. Singing lessons, dancing lessons, junior butter pageants.
Free, I know if I had a problem, I'd want to confide in someone like me.
Well, ever since we became friends, there has been a great deal of tension between Blanche and Rose and me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to infringe on your friendship.
Oh, no, it's not your fault. The problem is they feel left out.
Why, many times that first time. Many times.
You did?
You didn't?
No. Oh, it was nice. I mean, being near Charlie was nice. But it was 5 years before I knew what made your eyes go back in your head.
Hey, little lady. All right, boys, take it away. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't get it. When we're on the dance floor, it feels like we're made for each other. But tonight, with all these brilliant friends at the party, I felt like a fish out of water. Oh, sure, I didn't flop around on the floor with my eyes bulging out, gasping for air. I haven't done that at a party. I am the smartest woman in the whole world.
And I am the pygmy queen.
No, wait a minute. Blanche, what would you say if I got a permit that would let you have as many people stay here as you want?
What? Oh, that's terrific. Rose, this says I'm going to
So you would take you out on holidays?
That wasn't my dream.
Oh, yeah, right. That was my life.
Ma, please, for the 100th time, Shady Pines was a beautiful retirement village.
Sure. And Attic is known for its top-notch tennis facilities.
Hi, Sophia.
Let's roll, Freddie. We got a game to win.
That was really a sweet thing for Sophia to do.
I know.
But if she loses, I'll punch her stinking heart out.
It so happens our community playhouse is doing The Taming of the Shrew, and I'm to audition for the role of Kate, the fiery tot of Padua whom no man could tame. Hark! Perhaps a suitor doth approach it.
Do you think he'll stay all night?
Oh, it's running pretty soon. Everything's running all together. Nobody can enjoy their cake.
Stan, I have to tell you something.
Dorothy, somebody's at the door.
I'll get it.
No, you won't.
But I'm closer. Oh, my God.
Oh, it must be that old plow injury. Dorothy, did you get the door? What do you say we help Dorothy move the things, okay?
Okay. Gee, this is fun already, being roomies with you two. Blanche, I am so sorry. Oh, I'll buy you another one.
Well, you can't. That was one of a kind. Oh, no, well, don't feel bad. Well, my plan with the truck drivers didn't work, thanks to little Miss Straight-Laced here. So I have been in every front yard in a 6-block radius getting these penny savers from the paper boys.
She was a woman possessed, Dorothy. Caught some on the fly, scaled a couple of roofs, and she had a brilliant idea how to avoid guard dogs.
You made her
Calm down.
Well, I can't help it. Funeral homes give me the willies. That's why I've always avoided them. I've only been to 2 funerals in my entire life, and I'm 45 years old.
You're such a liar.
All right, then 3 funerals. The point is, let's hurry up and get out of here.
Hello.
Oh, I'm all right, I'm all right.
Called me, Rose. I know why you wanted to have dinner.
You do?
You wanted to tell me that maybe we should stop seeing each other.
Ernie, that's not true.
Now, come on, Rose. I mean, after all, you can't be happy with the way things are. I mean, you're a healthy, active, sexy woman.
Well, I'm also a patient woman, Ernie. I mean, really.
And I just never wanted to come out. Fortunately, someone was there to get me out of that room. Thanks, Ma.
Sure, pussycat.
You know, Sophia, this birthday thing kind of has me depressed as well. You think you could help me too?
Sure. No matter how bad things get, remember these say...
What is that?
I didn't know the answer, so I drew a little man. Is it this guy?
No, I'm afraid it's not. Let's go to Rose. Her response to American hero buried in Grant's tomb was, who is Cary Grant?
Of course that's why I'm upset. I know just how you feel. It's hard losing your best buddy. You're telling me.
Good morning, Sophia. Rose, honey, you don't have time to eat. As my campaign manager, it is your duty to spend every waking hour ensuring my victory, so that once in office, I can implement the changes needed to...
And baggies for me to bring back hors d'oeuvres. You're wearing a girdle.
Yeah, and padded shoulders. Is my head sweating?
No. Stan, the reason I came...
Is the wedding still on?
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
He's right, why wouldn't it be? Dorothy, come on, let's go powder our noses before the ceremony.
Stan,
But I just don't know what I'd do if I retired. No problems to solve, no challenges. I'd be afraid my mind would go soft.
don't even talk that way, Rose. That's crazy talk.
It sure would be nice to have some investments to fall back on, though. You do send Sophia off?
A what, appeal?
No, a party, a prison party. I made a list of all the men we should invite, and we'll be like the judges. I'll sentence you to 10 minutes with me on the lanai. See, some can be convicts and some can be guards. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Who are you?
I'm the doctor.
We'll see about that.
Look, Mrs.
Trillo, I'm Dorothy's mother, and I want to know what's wrong with her. And don't tell me nothing because I know there's something wrong with her. Mothers know.
Look, Ma, I'll talk to you about it later.
Your daughter is fine, Mrs. Patricia.
Godforsaken island.
Hey, so we made a few mistakes, huh? Nobody's perfect. Yeah, what's the big deal?
What's the big deal? You almost killed us, you nitwits. I hate you. I curse the day I ever laid eyes on you. I curse the day your mama ever laid eyes on your daddy. I curse the day your daddy ever laid down with your mom. For Burt Lancaster.
I haven't done half the things on this list. I mean, what am I? I am a substitute teacher. I'll never be rich before I'm 21. I'll never be homecoming queen.
You can still be homecoming queen. It'll just be a different kind of home.
The symphony, besides I heard him come in hours ago.
I think I'll go say goodnight to Bridget.
Oh, honey, would you bring me back my heating pad? It's on my dresser.
Sure.
Oh, Dorothy, do you realize it has been 4 days since I have enjoyed the company of a man?
I know, Blanche. I've been marking the days off on my big ships of the Navy calendar.
What's the macadamia? So, how are you doing today?
Look, I don't understand. You're obviously not handicapped.
Oh, I'm just as disabled as anyone here.
I find that very hard to believe.
You don't understand. It's just too hard out there.
Final exam yet.
So, shall we order separate entrees and share?
Hold it, who was that?
Okay. So I've had a couple of bad relationships with women. That's not so unusual. Now, where is our waiter? Waiter!
I feel like a lady again.
Look, Ma, please, we'll discuss this after Stan leaves.
What's to discuss? You're leaving me behind to guard the house like an old watchdog. I hope a neighbor comes by to give me fresh water.
Hello, Stan.
Dorothy, hello. You look fantastic.
Please, Stan.
I'm in my Rolodex. I'm down to the Z's. That means it's either you or my mother. And frankly, Mom chews too loud and still calls them Japs. What do you say, babe?
As they say in Japan, sayonara, Stanley.
But that's another reason. You know the language.
Grand investment, that's a $7,000 profit. Peppy gets the standard 20%, and we're left with a tidy sum for only 1 week's work.
So 20% is standard for a boxer?
It is if he doesn't speak English.
Ma, that's it. Forget it. Take him back.
To where? Customer service?
Well, we do a lot of things real people do.
Except for one very important thing. Boy, is that going to put a hitch in Dorothy's plans.
Hello, I'm Rose Nyland. You must be Frank. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Thank you, Rose. That's very nice.
Look, it's right under an ad that reads, History professor seeking non-smoking Oriental woman who is into Wesson oil and bears a resemblance to Florence Henderson.
Is that signed Doug?
Yes.
I know him. He's a sick man. Terrible. There are variations.
You're a genius. All you people are brilliant. The Chinese invented pasta, you know. We take credit for it, but we just added oregano.
Well, all I can say at this point is...
Because you suspected I wasn't your daughter?
No, because I was in labor for 38 hours. And the doctor who delivered you bought his obstetric tools from a restaurant supply store. Now stop talking crazy and go to bed. Good night.
Lady, wait! Hey, lady!
Three and one is four.
Blanche, I want to apologize.
Okay.
I apologize.
That's it?
I can't think of anything else to say. I behaved terribly.
I know.
No, you don't. Oh, I went to Stan's hotel room tonight because I thought you were there.
Well, I wasn't.
I know.
Caught Gil Kessler having an affair.
Oh, you're kidding. With whom?
Well, they don't know her name, but look, they hid in the bushes and took this picture of her from behind going into his house.
I don't believe it. Wait a minute, that looks like Blanche's red dress.
Crush on the teacher. Ah, I had those. Of course, I had to hide them because they made the principal jealous. Actually, though, once I did have a fling with the calculus teacher.
Oh, and did you get an A?
More like a full scholarship to MIT.
Pussycat, there are no accidents. Nobody wrongs someone without meaning it.
Come on, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I was going to take this dress back.
I am sorry,
You were
Blanche.
sorry.
Oh, come on, it was an accident.
Or was it?
Mr. Donald Trump.
I have a feeling the three of us are going to be together for a long time.
And do you, Max, take Sophia to be a lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Then if no Elvis in this room has any objection to this union, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I mean, hardware stores are alive with sexual energy. Tools, plugs, sockets, nude furniture, dirty stuff like that.
Why are you home so early?
Well, I saw a very attractive man in power tools. I piqued his interest with the usual hardware quest. Fatigue!
And then what did he say?
He wants to match the heartbeats that this records to my activities. So for the next 24 hours, I have to write down everything I do.
And you're not embarrassed to have him read that smut?
I'm proud of you, Blanche. Boy, if this were me, I would be really scared.
When I'm scared, I'm the show on the road.
Ma, I know you're in there.
The wedding is off.
She doesn't approve.
She doesn't approve. Now look here, Stretch. I have 100 cheese puffs and a sensitive assistant, both on the verge of collapse. Whatever.
Hi, Ma. What you doing?
Thinking
About what?
about wind, water, rocks, man's place in the delicate balance of nature's harmony. Where we're going, where the road ends.
Gee, Ma, I never knew you were so philosophical.
I'm not, so it's down infinity.
Rose.
Was it the glass menagerie?
That's correct for 100 points. What innovative industrialist invented the assembly line? Willard.
I'm sorry, I did it again.
Sophia.
Henry Ford.
I always heard psychiatrists could read your mind, but he didn't do that.
Because there's nothing in your mind to read.
Well, anyway, I liked him. He was very understanding.
Pay me $85, I'll be understanding.
Ma,
What's going on?
honey, I'm sorry, but I have to talk to you. Dennis is here. He told Kate that he was sorry for what he did, and they've made up. Put her away.
She sure did. But sometimes it takes something like this to bring you back together again, but you've got to be strong for her. She needs you.
I think she needs you too.
You know, the teacher I've been working with on the youth fair.
She's known him for 2 whole weeks, and he hasn't asked her out yet.
Look, I don't know him. We have spent exactly 2 Saturday mornings building display booths and painting signs. We're hardly close.
Maybe you could be if you'd ask him out. He's obviously too shy to ask you. Maybe you're just full about Stanley.
Everything. Just everything. He has grown. He has changed. You should have seen the way he took over when Ma was sick. He was so commanding, so masterful, and yet so sensitive and so vulnerable. I know I couldn't have gotten through it without him.
Listen, Dorothy, you thought Sophia wanted to be kissed by you, and couldn't aspire to anything higher than feeling desire to make my
That you're leaving.
Well, Warden, I could make a break for it, but I'm afraid you'd shoot me going over the wall.
Sophia, couldn't you just visit, Phil? You don't have to move in permanently.
And besides, honey, you're not going to be comfortable there. They live in a trailer.
You won't have any privacy. I bet you don't even get your own bedroom.
Please, we all have our own rooms here, and I still don't...
Don't be ridiculous. I don't treat you like one. Ooh, here's $10. Go take your grandmother to see The Journey of Natty Gann.
Shut up and take the money. The hell with the movie. We'll double our money at the track, have a nice lunch in the park, and goof on bums.
Michael seems like the town started digging like crazy. Kneeling by the grave, using their hands even. Dirt flying and Beatrice screaming. And when they opened that coffin, there he was. Dead as a doornail.
David! Oh, David!
Is this your kid?
Honey, what happened to you?
Hey, it wasn't my fault, I promise.
He stowed away in the airplane lavatory when they landed in Miami, and the authorities picked him up in the duty-free shop in Freeport.
You went to the Bahamas?
I went to the bathroom. I've forgotten what happened that time we tried that.
Oh,
Remember the outfits that we ended up with?
Have mercy.
Oh, Lord.
This seems like a nice club.
But it's for women only. What's wrong with a nice co-ed gym we just saw?
Come on now, Blanche, that was nothing but a pickup scene. People running around and...
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
But that antique chest of Dorothy's, she's not gonna like what you let me do to it.
You just listen to what I'm telling you. You live under my roof, you live under my rules.
I'll live under this.
What, do I owe you gas money? Let me get my purse.
No, please let me explain the way I acted last night. My wife died 2 years ago. I really haven't dated since then. I wanted to get back into the swing of things, so I read up on what modern women want, you know, equality.
Cup of tea, Ma.
Good idea, Pussycat.
Ma, you never thought I wasn't your daughter, did you?
Of course not.
Because if you want to check the results
Oh, don't talk crazy. Go in and make the tea. I'll be right in.
What have you got there?
Nothing. He's leaving there. I hunted 3 hours for his owner.
I hate dogs, Rose.
Oh, Dorothy, come on. Nobody hates dogs. Oh, please, just for the night, I promise.
Please, Annie Dorothy. There won't be any trouble, please.
All right.
I'll take Tails.
Okay. Tails, you win.
I'll make it up to you, Dorothy, I promise. Listen, if there's ever a night where you can't sleep, I'll come to your room and sing Kumbaya.
Rose, I don't know what to say. Yes, I do. Your help.
Ladies, with all due respect, I think it's time you threw in the dish towel. I mean, trying to fix it yourself was cute, but I think you proved your point, and it's time to let a man take over.
I'm with Lou. Oh, get your coat. Lou is leaving.
Hey, not so hard. I look at my hands.
You're making a big mistake. The man may be...
Why, darling, I just came out here to give you away with my blessing. Why, I think Marion Deck might be the best thing in the world for you, Blanche. Well, at 17, I wasn't about to do anything you wanted me to do. And you knew
On Halloween.
I've been called a lot of things in my time, but that's a first for that one. Yeah, I'm gay, Rose.
But Blanche told us you were married.
I was. After a while, I just couldn't deny the truth to myself. Seemed silly, still denying it to my big sister, doesn't it?
Well, have you tried telling her?
Every time I see her.
Don't look so worried. I handle the books.
Hello? What? Oh, no, we'll be right there.
What's the matter?
I don't understand.
To be with you, Rose.
But the cheese man is looking for you.
Rose, don't worry.
So, hope I'm not interrupting anything.
You! How did you find me?
Time to say goodbye, buddy boy.
Carl, Miles, as flattering as this is, I don't want you...
She knows how long it took us to save that money. You can trust her.
Don't get mad.
Ma, did you buy the CD today?
Not exactly. I said don't get mad.
Sophia, what did you do with our money?
I think you're going to be really impressed. I made a very shrewd deal with a guy I met at the bus stop.
Oh, been something.
I was quite a looker.
Oh.
Almost as pretty as you.
Why, thank you.
Of course, I had bigger breasts.
Everybody, I want you to meet my friend Tommy Cochran. Sit down, Tommy. Tommy's a writer. According to the New York Times, he is the most exciting new novelist to come along since Mr. Norman Mailer. We met in the park last week. I was sitting there reading Tommy's latest book, and he came over and offered to autograph it.
I finally got my membership card from the Shoppers Warehouse store.
Gloria at the museum shops there, but don't you have to buy everything in large quantities?
So what? They give you great bargains. Well, look at this. If you buy 10 boxes of adult diapers, they're only $8 a box.
Ma, you don't wear diapers.
A lot of my friends do.
Not proud of this, but there's something I have to show you.
Oh, please, I've done a lot worse. I've done panties over pants, bras over blouses. One East I worked.
Wiedenfrugen. It's a personal servant. It's the only way to make up for something like this. Oh, we've done it in my family for years. Ever since Uncle Ben lost Lars Olson's artificial leg. It was the day of the big 4-county toboggan race.
On this earth than most chickens do in a lifetime. Give me a break. I'm making this up as I go along. Above all else, that chicken was a great entertainer. And a great entertainer deserves to be remembered in a special way.
Yeah.
That you and Stan were in bed together. Isn't that silly? Oh, I mean, my loving sister and the man I despise most. Oh, God, the nightmare continues. So, Blanche, where would you like to have lunch today,
How about that new pizza place on the corner?
Great.
Dorothy,
Yes, Blanche.
what was that thing Mr. Allen just gave you?
What thing?
That thing you just put in your drawer?
Oh, that thing. It's nothing.
Bob.
Stan, are we talking life and death?
The doctors say I'm lucky to be talking at all.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, Rose, honey, do you think you could take my place with Rob?
Bob.
I wish I'd cry or commit you.
You just leave it to me. I know in my heart he'll be here.
Rose, just so I get this straight, you never actually met Bob Hope.
No, but I'm sure looking forward to it.
We're clear.
Thanks.
So, Dorothy, how does it feel to have a big fat zero?
We'll catch up.
I wasn't talking about your score. I was talking about your partner.
So we're too dumb, huh? We're gonna whip your heinies.
The game's not over yet,
Go Club. And that's where I first met Eddie, the aqua midget.
He was a blue midget?
Don't be ridiculous. He was a diving midget. What was his act? He used to jump off and
Asked me to marry
But
him.
who could we get? Who?
I told Stan yes.
Did you sign anything? Ma, I guess we have no choice. My baby is having a baby. I can't believe it.
तुझे कैसे बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से तुझे कैसे बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से ओ यार प्यार कर मुझे प्यार कर दिन रात हो बारिशे प्यार मुझे प्यार कर मेरी यादों में तेरा न जाना तुझसे बातें कर तेरा दीवाना मेरी यादों में तेरा न जाना तुझसे बातें कर तेरा दीवाना खुदा का शुक्रिया प्यार तुझसा मिला खुदा का शुक्रिया प्यार तुझसा मिला, प्यार तुझसा मिला। तुझे कैसे बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से, तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से। ओ यार प्यार कर, कर मुझे प्यार कर, दिन रात हो बारिशें, प्यार मुझे प्यार कर। जब भी सांस आए नाम तेरा, कोई आहट आए ख्वाब तेरा। हाँ, जब भी सांस आए नाम तेरा, कोई आहट आए ख्वाब तेरा। कितनी मन्नतें मांगा तुझे खुदा से, कितनी मन्नतें मांगा तुझे खुदा से, मांगा तुझे खुदा से। तुझे कैसे बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से, तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से। ओ यार प्यार कर, कर मुझे प्यार कर, दिन रात हो बारिशें, प्यार मुझे प्यार कर।